other animals. And if you could, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, you guys could have joined us there. All right. So today is a big work and improve day. So we have to show you my little my Kermit that I included today. So you guys have been working really hard, all of you. And so just know that we're getting toward the end of this. Work really hard today, and then we will be pretty much almost complete with it. So you got this. Your essay is going to be amazing, just like your freaky frog. All right, you got this. So learning targets. So today we are going to finish writing. Some of you are going to have more time, going to need more time on that than others. Those that are really having a lot more to work on are going to head next door with Mrs. Aubin. I am going to give some time just to work first, because I know some people just need some time. We are, however, going to also, so my friends at home, be listening carefully, because we're going to do some breakout groups today, and we're going to do some partner work. We need to look at our writing checklist, because our writing checklist has a lot of things on it that we have not yet addressed. And so I'm just going to quickly tell you what those are. So again, Mrs. Aubin in her room will, for those of you who are with Mrs. Aubin today, I'm waiting for my dot camera. Sorry, I'm stalling. You will have, she will also lead you through some of these activities when you're ready for them. The rest of us, we'll do them together. My friends at home will, there it is. All right. So our narrative checklist that you all have on page 118 and page 119 are those things that we need to work through. We've worked through most of them. We worked on conclusion yesterday. Some of you are still working on that. Our information is grouped in areas that make sense. We have to work on linking words today. So I'll be talking about linking words a lot to those people who are in here. Mrs. Aubin will also be helping those next door. They're page 128, Mrs. Aubin, just in case you're looking for them.
Well, they were in the first module, right?
No, they're page 128 in this module.
The linking words?
Yep, it is. Yep.
Well, we also ripped them out
of the other one. We did, but it is on page 128. Here, I'll show you. Right here.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been using it. We used it for our test and some other things. So we're going to work on those today. We're also going to talk about, I can use words that show that I am knowledgeable about this topic. So Mrs. Aubin's going to talk with her friends. For us, we're going to talk about what good words, technical vocabulary can you use that's strategic, that shows you are an expert on your frog. Your writing is appropriate for this purpose and audience. I list my sources. So we are going to not do that today, but be careful that you're thinking about where you're getting your information. Words and sentences follow the rules of writing, and spelling, capitalization, punctuation. That's editing. We're going to do that toward the end of today. All right. So lots of hard work is going to happen. Those are the main learning targets. So when you are finished, you are going to work on those linking words, precise vocabulary, and edit your, your spelling and capitalization and so forth. What do you think the word strategically means? Look, what word is inside that word that sounds familiar? Strategically, Cole? Strategic. Even strategic it has a word inside it. What, Lila? It sounds a little different. Strategy. So a strategy is a way we solve our problems, right? A way you're going to solve something. So strategic is the adjective form of strategy. Strategy is a thing you do to improve. Strategic means that this is the way you're going to do it. And strategically means we are going to be thoughtful of how we are going to add the vocabulary. We're not just going to throw a bunch of hard words in there that you don't even understand, that your reader's not going to understand. We're going to use, remember how we started with all those definitions? We're going to think about what words we know that now that we're experts that we want our reader to know, okay? And precise means we don't just use general words. We don't just use small and large. We give very precise so that our reader sees in their head what we see in ours. So those are our main jobs today. All right. So I'm going to let Mrs. Aubin go ahead and take her friends. So I know that some of us are not quite finished. So I am going to give about 10 minutes. So friends at home, I want you to use this time wisely as well. Before we move on to our next job, I'm going to give 10 minutes of going in. And if you think you're done, go back and see if there's anything, any details you can add or anything that you want to do. All right. So 10 minutes of just work time first. And then I'm going to gather you back up and we're going to move on to the next thing.
So Bird and August and Charlie Carr and Cerne and Lucas and Lyric and Finn and Gabe and Evie.
Evie's not here today. Evie's not here today. So. Yeah.
So you'll need to bring all your.
All right. So those of you, and if you're,
they didn't even bring it.
yep, and my name, my friends, everybody should have that computer out, open to your painted essay. My friends at home, you need to have that tab open. I added some notes to various people. Sawyer, you didn't share yours with me, so I didn't get a chance to look at yours, I don't believe. Or did I? Did I?
If you find someone's not done, just send them to me.
Okay, by the time we need to move. Yep. All right. Yes, Miss Astria.
You didn't give me any
hold on.
feedback.
I should know better. The first person who talks always is muted. All right, now go for it.
You didn't give me any feedback.
I didn't give you any feedback. Well, that's rude. Did I give you feedback from before though? That I had some stuff. Okay, did you fix that stuff that I needed you to fix?
Yes.
Did you finish your conclusion paragraph?
Yes.
Okay, so now go back and see if there's any details or reread it as an essay, right? Instead of just blocks, read it as a whole thing and see how it goes. Leo, did you see what I added to yours, my friend?
Yes.
Okay, are you working on that to improve those things that I mentioned?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, Isabella, did you look at yep, okay. Logan? Are you looking at, so now you should be typing, you should be adding some things that I asked you to add in there. All right, Mr. Ben, is your conclusion done? Are you done with your essay?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you add your conclusion? You have a conclusion paragraph in the green part? Ben?
What do I have to add for my conclusion sentence?
The conclusion needs to be the sentence on the top of page 120, the sentence on page 127 that we filled out yesterday. Page 127. Remember at the top where it says the blank frog has the same, remember that part? Yep, is that in your green section? Because I don't know that it is. Can you type it into your green section for me? Your bottom section for me? Yes.
Yeah.
Why would you highlight the line? Okay, just hit undo. Just hit undo. There you go. And now don't, and then unhighlight. There you go. I see you're trying to type in your thing. Got it.
Where do I, go? Do I go here?
You stay here. Yep, you're staying here. Okay, so let's. Okay, I think you could add more here. What? You have a big mouth, so can you lots of people today? Okay, so why is that? Why is having a big mouth useful? You didn't explain that.
I didn't?
So it can eat lots.
But what does lots mean? That's not very specific.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? You could tell us how that helps it survive. And how does hiding help it survive? How do the horns help it survive? A little bit more information.
I wasn't here yesterday, so I don't.
Okay.
I'm still on the
So
blue. I haven't started the blue one.
Okay.
But I don't know what page to do it.
Okay. So you bring me your workbook. and I will help you with that. Mr. Ben, are you getting that sentence typed into the green for me?
Yeah, but I forgot to write my sentence.
Okay. Oh, so then you should do that. I'm sorry. I didn't. Yeah, go for that. That's good. Mr. Jensen, I need your camera on, my friend. That's good.
What do we do when I'm done?
So it hides in the bush, my first prey, it's on the bottom of the bush. Okay, so how does that help it survive? You're hiding in a bush. Okay. And isn't it about ambushing that's its job that it decides to do? Isn't that its behavioral thing, is to ambush things? Well, you don't have that in, and it doesn't hide in a bush. You just hide in well, like the leaves and stuff. Yeah. Thank you, Jensen. That's better. Mr. Jensen, did you go back and look at what I wrote inside your painted essay? Jensen? Jensen, did you go back and look? Because you have a lot more to write in there. You have some stuff to write in there, so that's what you should be working on right now. Okay. Yeah, so we did a whole bunch of stuff yesterday here. So we talked about what the behavioral was. So what's the behavior for Amazon Home Truck? Hey guys, this is not the time to talk to your neighbor. This is the time to focus on you're going to get a partner in a minute to work with. It's not what you should be doing right now. So the behavior wise, you could say he waits and ambushes things and how that helps him survive. That's an action, right? Behavior. You could also say something about how the tadpoles start attacking other tadpoles. So they're even as babies, they are starting to learn how to survive, right? So pick one of those or both and use that blue section. And then on page 127, hey, again, I'm hearing voices. This is the sentence that you're going to use for your restating your focus statement. So that's your conclusion.
Like the focus statement at the end?
Yeah, conclusion is restating this. So here it says the blank has the same, so we said predators and prey, or same needs, or same body type as other frogs, but has special features and behaviors that, and then what it does. Then we ended with a sentence that we put here that was like, isn't it amazing that something so beautiful could be so dangerous? That was mine because of the poison dart frog, but think about what you could say about your frog that you think is so amazing.
Miss Harrison?
Right? Yes.
Can I use your charger? I didn't charge it.
Yes, you can. You can steal it there. I'm sorry, is that Ben that was talking to me? Yep, Ben?
Yes, I'm done with my conclusion sentence.
Okay, so now you need to type it into your green section on your painted essay.
That's what I did.
Oh, you did, you already, so on here, you, at the very bottom, you put it inside, oh, I went too far. Right here, you typed it in there. Do you see mine, Ben?
Yeah, there wasn't a box right there. There was the box at the last box. There was a box under that I typed it in.
Okay, that's fine. You typed it here. Okay, so then now you have to have one question, an interesting thing that you think is so interesting about your frog. So one more sentence. So mine was, isn't it amazing that a frog so beautiful can be so dangerous? So now think about your frog and think about what one more sentence you could add there that would wrap it all up. Okay, for your reader, and then type it in there. Perfect. So go back. You could spend a couple minutes. We're going to, in about just a couple minutes, we're going to stop and we're going to find a partner and we're going to do linking words. So make sure it's as best as you possibly can have it while you're waiting.
I read it to my mom last night. She liked it a lot.
Who? Oh, nice. Oh, because you can access it there. Okay. So the question should be at the end. So we talked about that needs to be higher up. Remember, you know, you just had that sentence twice. So go ahead and get rid of that sentence, and we're gonna meet. And
I get rid of the last sentence.
yeah, well, you have it over here. Yeah. All right.
Are we supposed to title it like the glass rock or something?
You can yeah. You're gonna actually move all this to another thing, but this is just your. This is so when you know how my essay is all like paragraphs. Yours is eventually going to look like that. I just helped you by color coding it so everybody knew where to type stuff. All right, so don't worry about, so you got to fix that. That's all right. Quick, this, yeah. And then let's see what your last, who thought some kind of animal could be, so there you go. All right.
Should I do transparent?
Well, when we talk about words, that might be a good time to change that.
Highlight all this and put it on Google Docs already.
I will tell you what we're gonna do. You need one more sentence. You need that wrap up sentence. Like, who knew something so beautiful could be so dangerous? Now you need one for your frog. Okay, so in your book on page 127, we have it, that, remember how we wrote that yesterday? The blank frog has the same predator and prey, or has the same needs, or has the same, you know, whatever, but it has special, that's what you're gonna type in there with one more sentence or question at the end that wraps up how amazing you think your frog is.
What about this?
That's the same. It's just, there's a page break here, so it just spilled onto the next page. All right, so I'm going to give you about 1 more minute, okay, and then I'm going to then I'll tell you what we're going to do next. Yes, Ben?
I'm done.
Okay, so give me about 1 more minute. All right, so I'm just because everybody here is also working, and what we'll do is we'll work on that next part. So you now need to talk about behavior. You need to have sentences about your behavioral adaptations. So here's physical. This is behavioral. This is how they act to survive. So all your just body parts should be up here. Your behaviors should be in there. All right. All right. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna meet in partners in just a second.
I sent in mine to you.
Awesome. All right. You didn't have to, but thank you for doing that. Oh, he's here because he's plugged in. Okay.
I have 404
All right.
words.
Yes, it's really that. It's not about how much we have. It's about the quality.
I just wanted to know.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna gather everybody back together again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So I need everybody's hands off computers for a minute. You're not done. So don't worry about, if you're stuck in a moment. You were in the middle of something. Okay, this is what I want us to focus on now. So I want us to briefly think about what our first learning, you guys can't, my friends here can't see what I'm doing. Our first part was I can use linking words and phrases to connect ideas in my writing. All right, so everybody right now turn to page 128. Everybody find that page because that's going to help you out today. Page 128. Everybody, my friends at home, find that page. Looks like this. Find that page. Find that page. Thank you, Miss Astria. Good job. Find that page, friends. 128. Miss Haley, how's it going? You doing good? Excellent. Mr. Logan, did you get more added to your painted essay? All right, because you needed a lot more, didn't you, Mr. Logan?
Yes.
Yes, all right.
Check.
Okay, you got some added though? Thank you. All right, so we're gonna work on this first learning target. So you're also in your workbook, if you look at page 129, you will notice that there's the model lesson or model that we had earlier. That's basically my work, or basically that model there that has about the poison dart frogs, but it's missing the opportunity to have linking words. It's just a bunch of sentences. And even though those sentences certainly are okay, it helps the reader if there's a flow, right, with their words. So if you were to try to add some of the ones from page 128, where could we add the word first? Where on page 129 could you add the word first? Or you could remember where Mrs. Harrison already did it. What do you think, Max?
It says poison dart frog first doesn't actually
Oh, so you're trying to add it even more to the very, very beginning. That's you could, but we have a list of things that we have different physical adaptations, right? So in mine, instead of it says it has toxic skin. That's my first adaptation, right? So in mine, if you go back to my my regular essay, it says first they have the dart frog has toxic skin. So it uses the word first. Where could I use then the word second? Then where do you think I could add the word second in on my model? How about where I give my second adaptation? Would that make sense? So let's find out where it talks about our next. Okay, this means it's been poison dart frog skin can poison. Poisonous chemicals come from the food. Physical second. The second, could I say the second physical feature of a poison dart frog is their brightly colored skin. So I've added now 2 linking words. I added the word first and I added the word second. Now, I don't want to keep going on with third and fourth, probably, but I could use another word. In fact, the word another. When you are saying another, there's another type of adaptation. Could I say also in my sentence? It also has pointed horns. It also has, so I can add also and another. Now it also has the words and, but. So we use the word and a lot, right? We don't want to use it too much, but if you are actually having 2 ideas and you want to put them into one sentence, this is often has been working on compound sentences with you. When you take 2 sentences, hold on. Complex is different, right? So hold that thought. So compound sentences, you might take 2 sentences that are very similar and put them together with the word and, okay? But you can also use the word but think about but. But means something's different, right? It's not like and connects it in a way that these things are alike in some way. But is telling you that something's a little bit different, but that is also a linking word. You could say the frog is so, but, and then continue on with why maybe that's not entirely. You could say the Amazon horned frog has these horns on its head, but it uses them to hide rather than to fight. Do you see how that word but in there went in there to tell you that this is happening, but we have something else happening as well. Some other words you could possibly use are more, or for example. When you are saying how your adaptation helps them survive, you could say, for example, the male water holding frog, and then continue on. When you're telling them like this, and then I want to give them an example, I want to give more explanation, you use for example. As you can see, is a great phrase to add to a complex sentence, to add some information toward the end, right? Would you put as you can see at the beginning of an essay? No, because do they know yet? Can they see yet? Can they understand yet? No, but would you put that toward the end? Possibly. Could you use finally, then, and lastly also in your work? Probably toward the beginning or the end? End, right? Because those all indicate more information later, especially lastly tells us last, finally tells us this is final, right? So those are possible. So I want you to take a good look at that list, because what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to put you in partner, or I'm going to have you guys get partners that are here, and my friends at home, you're going to go in a breakout room. And what I want you to do is I want you to, with your partner, read, and you don't have a long time for this, so don't dilly-dally, because we're going to do this 3 times today. You're going to have 3 different partners, okay, at some point. So with your partner, you're going to read, and you're going to show them, and you're going to talk about where should I add some of these words. So do you have to have your page 128 out? Yes, you need to have page 128 out so that you can use it. You and your partner are going to decide on where you're going to put some of these linking words. Then you're going to switch and it's going to be the other person. You do not have a long amount of time, so you're going to have to work quickly. You're going to have your computer there, so you're going to be able to add immediately. For example, and, first, second, you're going to be able to add those in. Your job is to help each other. All right? 2 brains are better than 1, right? So your job is to help, and you can't just say, I don't know. That's not helping. You need 2 people to work hard here. All right? Yes, Max Fox.
So my computer turned off and I just clicked it. Then it is glitching. Then I'm stuck with this. Like, how do I get rid of it?
Okay, can I let me get everybody started, and then I will see what I can do for you. Okay, so you I'll try to help you with that momentarily. All right. So my friends at home, I'm going to put you in some breakout rooms. You're going to have to share your piece super quickly and talk about it. All right. Because everybody at home, can you give me a thumbs up that you know what your job is to do? Sawyer, you got to work on writing, right? Do you have something written so that somebody could help you add some linking words, or do you still just need time to work? Because I could just leave you.
I need time to work of writing on my.
Okay, so I'm going to leave you out of the breakout groups. Okay.
I have a
I'm gonna
question.
say that again, Ben.
I have a question. So, like, what do we have to share?
You need to share your work, your painted essay, with your partner, and you're going to add some of these words from page 128 to your work. All right? You're going to show them where you're going to add it in. All right. So let's do this. Okay, guys, grab a partner. Grab a partner quick, and I'm gonna